All right, folks, buckle up because the basketball world has been on absolute fire this week, and we've got stories that range from shocking EuroBasket drama to huge NBA shakeups, emotional retirements, and even a little bit of controversy thrown into the mix. Whether you're a die-hard fan of Luka Doncic, a Bucks loyalist watching Giannis's every move, or someone who still remembers the magic of Linsanity, this one's for you. We're going to cover it all in depth. So stick around because you won't want to miss a second of this ride. Let's kick things off in Europe, where Slovenia and France gave us one of the strangest and most talked about endings in recent EuroBasket memory. Luka Doncic, always at the center of attention, was left visibly upset after French guard Sylvain Francisco scored a last-second layup right after shaking his hand. Now, here's the thing. France was already winning comfortably, and it looked like Francisco was just going to dribble the clock out. But instead, after what looked like a friendly dap, he drove straight to the hoop for an uncontested basket. That move left Luka and his teammates furious, sparking a debate over respect, competition, and what should happen in the dying moments of games like this. Doncic didn't hold back after the game. He told reporters that the handshake meant the play was over, and he couldn't believe Francisco went ahead and scored. From Luka's perspective, it wasn't just about losing. It was about sportsmanship. But on the flip side, EuroBasket uses point differential as a critical tiebreaker, which means every single basket matters during group play. Francisco later admitted that he made a mistake in how he handled it, saying he wished he had just told Luka to play defense instead of mixing the handshake with an actual scoring attempt. To his credit, Francisco did apologize directly, and the situation seems to be cooling down. But the moment highlighted just how intense these international games can get. Now, shifting over to the NBA world, the Milwaukee Bucks have made a move that's less about numbers on a stat sheet and more about family, loyalty, and keeping their superstar happy. Thanasis Antetokounmpo, the older brother of Giannis, is back with the team on a one-year, $2.9 million deal. Thanasis missed last season after tearing his Achilles in 2024, which also kept him from playing in the Paris Olympics with Greece. This move isn't just sentimental, it's strategic. By re-signing Thanasis, the Bucks are sending a loud and clear message. They're all in on keeping Giannis happy and committed to Milwaukee for the long haul. That context matters because Giannis's future has been a hot topic ever since Milwaukee's playoff disappointment against the Pacers. Damian Lillard's injury and eventual release only added to the drama. The Bucks used that salary relief to bring in Miles Turner, which was a major roster upgrade. But the lingering question remained, would Giannis stick around? The fact that Milwaukee brought his brother back, while also locking in new talent, suggests that the two-time MVP is ready to give this core another run. With Giannis still under contract and holding a player option for 2026 to 2027, Bucks fans can breathe, at least for now. Unfortunately, not all the EuroBasket headlines this week were about basketball. Germany's Dennis Schroder was the victim of racial abuse during his team's win over Lithuania. The incident happened as he was walking toward the locker room, and according to reports, fans made monkey noises directed at him. Security quickly identified and ejected the offenders, with at least one of them being banned for the rest of the tournament. Schroder himself spoke out afterward, saying insults are part of the game, but racism has no place in basketball. FIBA echoed that statement, making it clear that discriminatory behavior won't be tolerated. From that tough subject, we move to a more emotional story. Jeremy Lin, the man who gave us one of the most memorable runs in NBA history with Linsanity, has officially retired from professional basketball. At 36 years old, Lin made the announcement on Instagram, reflecting on a 15-year career that spanned 9 NBA seasons and 6 more overseas. For fans, Lin will forever be remembered for those magical weeks in 2012 when he lit up Madison Square Garden and became a global sensation. But beyond the highlights, Lin's legacy also rests on what he represented, a trailblazer for Asian Americans in the NBA and a player who proved he belonged on the biggest stage. Lin's journey had its ups and downs, and while he never quite reached those insane heights again, he carved out a steady career. He even became the first Asian American player to win an NBA championship when he lifted the trophy with the Toronto Raptors in 2019. His retirement announcement was heartfelt, filled with gratitude for the journey and the people who supported him along the way. And really, that's what makes Jeremy Lin so unique. He wasn't just a basketball player. He was an inspiration to millions around the world who saw themselves in his story. Now, let's swing back to the NBA and talk about the biggest headline of the year: Luka Doncic becoming a Los Angeles Laker. Team owner Jeanie Buss recently admitted that Luka was stunned by the trade, saying she's never seen a player arrive in LA looking as sad as he did. Think about that. Doncic had spent his entire NBA career with Dallas, and he was deeply attached to the city. Buss explained that it took Luka some time to process the move, but now he's embracing life in Los Angeles, and the Lakers are determined to make it work. The timing feels almost poetic, considering Kobe Bryant once brought his daughter Gianna to a game just to watch Luka play because he was her favorite player. Former Lakers guard Sasha Vujacic added fuel to the hype by saying Luka's talent was simply too big for Dallas. According to him, Doncic has the same kind of killer mentality Kobe had, and he believes Luka is the perfect star to carry the Lakers into another championship era. Remember, the trade that brought him to LA wasn't just a big move. It was one of the most shocking deals in NBA history, sending Anthony Davis to Dallas in exchange. Now, with LeBron still in the mix and Luka running the show, expectations couldn't be higher. And speaking of LeBron, we've got some fascinating updates on how he's adjusting his game. LeBron James, now entering his 23rd NBA season, is reinventing himself yet again. Reports say he's been focusing heavily on becoming more effective off the ball, working on his catch-and-shoot game, and preparing his body to put more energy into defense while Luka handles the offensive workload. Last season, LeBron shot one of his best percentages from three-point range, and this new approach could make the Lakers even more dangerous. The team has made it clear they're not moving on from James anytime soon. So for Lakers fans, this new partnership between LeBron and Luka could be the start of something special. Before we wrap, let's quickly touch on two other storylines heating up the NBA conversation. First, Tyrese Haliburton, who unfortunately tore his Achilles in the finals, said he has no regrets about playing through his calf strain. He compared his decision to Kevin Durant's situation years ago and said he'd do it again because it was the finals and he owed it to his team. And second, Warriors forward Jonathan Kuminga is stuck in a complicated situation thanks to the arrival of Jimmy Butler. With Golden State winning big whenever Butler plays, Kuminga's role is unclear, and it's raising questions about his future with the franchise. So, to bring it all together, this week has been a roller coaster for basketball fans. We've seen emotions boil over at EuroBasket, families reunited in Milwaukee, racial abuse being rightly